Welcome back to the little cottage. So I'm sorry, it's been a long time between drinks. We did the first step, we did a house tour, we started out strong, and then I just got to renovating and I kind of forgot to make YouTube videos. So I'm sorry, deepest apologies. We're back and I'm gonna give you an update of where we are. A ton has happened. Let's go. So we're very much still living on a construction site. We are T-minus 3 weeks from moving in. That doesn't mean we'll be finished in 3 weeks, but we'll be stage 1 done. I'll tell you how much has happened in the yard. So you'll remember we had about 10 years of debris, leaf litter, weeds, old trees, weeds that had turned into trees, true story, in this garden, so that the whole place did feel a lot darker than it feels now. I think you can see there's so much more light in the property, particularly in the latter half of the day, which is so exciting. And that's all because of this woman. She's gonna get shy, but I'm just gonna show you. This is Nicole from Backhouse Landscapes. She's an actual artist. She has repurposed, transplanted, gotten rid of, found beautiful things, and just brought so many amazing ideas to this yard. This is the one that's about to be done. So when I first viewed this house, I didn't even notice this area because it was so overgrown. Literally was covered in weeds, debris. The fence was like disgusting. And then I literally bought the house, had all these ideas, and then came to view it and was like, oh my gosh, there's like a huge backyard worth of space up here. So Nicole and the boys cleared it all out, and then we have designed this fire pit area. This is a whip. We're nowhere near done, but look at these. How heavy are these steps?
About 300 kilos each.
300 kilos each. 300 kilo basalt steppers, which are going to be beautiful. So we're going to step up to those onto what will be a crazy paved fire pit. Now, use your imagination. This core 10, which is sort of segmented off the area and made it all flat, is gorgeous, and we'll see a bit of it. But these plantings will grow so that it's kind of like hedged and surrounded by this gorgeous, lush green garden. And then we get to have the frame of this beautiful tree that I'm sure Teddy's going to climb every day. Great adult hang, and then a teenage hang later, I reckon. This was another disaster side of the house. It was just so, I love you ducking from the camera, Nicole. This was just so messy and overgrown and disastrous. It's all been cleared out. All the palms are coming back to life because they've got a bit of space to breathe now. But we have to show you down the side of the house because what Nicole's done is beautiful. Do you remember there was like a sort of like a square slab here of sandstone tiles that the previous owners had put down so they had somewhere to have an outdoor table? Well, because the plan eventually is to put a pool here, we always knew we'd be ripping those up. But Nicole was like, why would we pay for the labor to have them ripped up and then pay to dispose of them when we could make a whole side down the house with steppers? This will be turf eventually. And look what she's done. Isn't it beautiful? So much light. And we have planted what is it called? Diachondra. We've mulched it all because again, it was just covered in leaf litter. Mulched it all, laid these beautiful pavers, and planted diachondra as a ground cover, which will eventually take over all the mulch. So it will be like this beautiful green pathway down the side of the house to the back area. And also this, I still maintain, is going to be my coffee spot, my glass of wine spot, my chats with the kids, my early risers perch. So it's fast becoming my favorite part of the house. You'll see it's been painted. Do you remember the maroon? Never forget. It's now all glorious and bright and white. We decided to take the roof, this eucalyptus green, which is a very Heritage Federation color, and keep that and take everything else white and then let the sandstone do the rest. I think it is So fresh and lovely, and just really changed the whole facade of the house. So happy with that. Next, Nicole has built these, well, restored these garden beds. So this side of the house had a sandstone wall, which you see here. This side of the house didn't have a sandstone wall. It now has the perfect perch for your Macca's lunch. But Nicole found so much sandstone in the garden, in and around the garden, that she was able to build a balancing wall for this wall over here, as well as making these gorgeous sandstone garden beds, so that the whole thing now just feels so much more intentional, grounded, balanced, and like it's got a bit more grandeur, you know? Okay, let's go inside. Laundry update. It is waterproofed, but that's about it. That's all I've got to show you this time. That is going to be a lovely transformation when we get there, but you know, right now, it's not really anything. I can show you carpet. Look at it. Oh my goodness. So this will be my office, and it is a little bit of a stage 2 project because I do want it to be really colorful, really maximalist, and have some like really epic furniture. But I was able to get the carpet installed because this will probably be my bedroom for a few weeks because the master bedroom will not be ready. But it is going to be the most beautiful office, and then eventually it can be a spare bedroom if we need another bedroom at any point. But I think this sisal carpet, I'll put the details below, but I used Sisal Flooring Australia. The color is driftwood and it's a mid weave. I think it's really great. It has a feeling of a rug. I don't like carpet generally, but this to me just feels like a giant area rug. It's very hard wearing. Like, you know, we're obviously still a building site and it's holding up very well. I haven't let the dog get anywhere near it because I've heard disaster stories about them wanting to mark their territory. Don't even tell me about your stories. I don't want to hear them. So, family bathroom. Oh, this is my laundry waiting to be made. Just hanging out here. Family bathroom. So, do you remember the weird aluminium window that used to be in there? I found this window on Marketplace for $100. And doesn't it look like it's always been there? I just love it so much. This room is like, you know, you can see what's happening. It's been waterproofed. It's awaiting screed. It's awaiting its screed that it will be waterproofed again, and then we can tile it, and then we can move in. This is the current dumping ground. But I did do a little really embarrassing cringe update of the kitchen, which, you know what? It's better than it was. And it will be fine to live here for a bit. You can see that on Instagram if you want to see how I did that. This is where all the work is happening, up this way. This room is now green, and we went with Highland, which was the deeper, moodier, definitely the bolder choice of the two greens I was deciding between. And I'm really, really happy with it. It's so moody. We don't have all the light back in the room yet because the painter's stuff is still on the windows. They sort of paint it with a thing. And that hasn't been removed yet because there's still a few touch-ups to do. But I love the feeling in here. It is so lush, so grown up. This is a work in progress, but we are getting there. Basically, I wanted to have this all wired up, which obviously having a thick, immovable sandstone pillar was quite tricky, but we managed to get our Samsung Frame TV up here. I think it looks okay. Like, I don't love a TV above a fireplace as a general rule, but there's literally nowhere else. So I think it actually works really well. And then this is my record player, gramophone cupboard coming along. It has now all been wired. So there's power in there, so I can have my speaker, record player. This will all be tiled. I've only got one of the colors, but this has a cream that goes with it, but same side. And we're going to be doing a checkerboard inlay of tile all down there. So that will go cream and biscuit checkerboard. And then just imagine the record player in there, all the records. It's gonna be gorgeous. This room, more than any other room in the house, needs styling. So it needs like a lush velvet sofa, it needs artwork, it needs wall sconces, it needs books, it needs like a marble coffee table, my marble coffee table. It needs all that. At the moment, it just kind of looks like a set. But I have the vision. I feel confident it's gonna happen. I found this amazing antique on Marketplace. Needs a bit of work. Not too much though, just to get it standing up straight because it's, I think it's 120 years old, so almost as old as the house. But I just need to put a few screws in the back to get it upright. But I'm gonna take off these leather details and open up the shelves, and then I think I can style this up really beautifully. I was really considering doing joinery here because it's such a tricky spot in the room. Like it's a thoroughfare, there's a fireplace, there's a corner, window. But what I'm thinking now is we get this all polished up and beautiful, styled up, big armchair, side table, and it just becomes like a little love seat area with a gorgeous rug. I think that's gonna work well. And then over here, we're gonna do big family sofa, coffee table, and then just all the lovely little styling bits and bobs. All right, let's go see Dan working his ass off in my room. Okay, the master bedroom. Dan, do you mind if I come in and do walk and talk? Okay. This is Dan.
Hello.
Our hero, Dan. Rebuilding this house from the ground up. All right, master bedroom. This one is a little bit of a mess because it's probably the biggest undertaking in the house, which I didn't foresee, but we pulled up the carpet. We found rotten floors with no proper foundations. Then we pulled up the bathroom and we found an absolute 80s, I feel like it was a DIY disaster or like a friend did it or something because we've had to pretty much rebuild all the floor and subfloor of this whole room, which is the whole master bedroom and the ensuite. There was also an envelope door here, but because tomorrow all my wardrobe's going in, the wardrobe that I'm wallpapering, if you haven't seen the wallpaper, please go over to Instagram. You all loved it so much. I've got the Gucci herons in this pink. They're going up on there. But there was an envelope door, so it would have hit into the wardrobe. We can't have that. And so Dan and Luke thought it would be worth pulling this wall down to do a pocket door. You know, like it hurts, but it's so smart. And like me in 5 years' time will love that I spent the extra $1,200 to have a pocket door put in. So I've done it. I've made a lot of decisions like that lately, by the way. And then this will be my ensuite, which we have kept the layout. It's going to be vanity, basin, shower, toilet. And you've seen the tiles. Again, if you haven't, go to my Instagram. They are drool-worthy tiles. I've got like burgundy and cream marble situation going on and lots of polished chrome tapware, which is very exciting. Okay, the kids' wing. Kindly wipe your feet. So this is my little blues room. The carpet is in and I love it with the blue trim. Oh no, look, someone's wrecked that. That's a shame. That's okay. The painter is coming back for touch-ups for Jordan. A normal person would have got the painter in last, but I fucked up there. Oh well. The wallpaper has arrived from Milton and King. It's in here. It's this one. And it's gonna look beautiful in here. So that's basically gonna cover all the walls. But the trims, so the whole ceiling, the cornicing, all the window trims, the skirting board, and this beautiful wardrobe will all stay this gorgeous smoky powder blue. but the stripes will take up the walls. And then we are doing with Land Home, I think it's called Marigold Gingham Roman blinds, which will be really stunning. So it's a very girly, very happy, very sunshiny space for Isla the Smiler. This has come up really great. So this is a really expensive custom wardrobe that I got from Fox Wardrobes. And then I bought this cheap ass beading on Amazon, and we liquid nailed it onto the door. But when that gets painted the same color, it's gonna look like really customized, really detailed joinery. And here are the handles, which I also got on Amazon. What? They are brass and they are epic. And again, when this is all blue and these are on, like, how cute is that? There's a bubble theme. Lovely. So happy with those. I do a lot of reverse Google image searches on handles. The really custom, beautiful, artisanal things, you know, you can't really dupe them, but some of the basic ones, you really can. I also got this fan, and I was really putting off selecting ceiling fans because I feel like they wreck everything. But this one's just from Beacon. It was like 300 bucks on sale, and it's really low profile, and I don't hate it. I don't think it ruins the room. So that's a win. Do you remember my storage cupboard? My one and only storage in the entire house. And I was like, it's just a slopey chasm. Well, we made some, oh, the lights are working. We made some shelving. So I'm gonna go to Bunnings and get those roller tubs and have a big one under there. So I'm gonna easily pull out stuff there. I'm going to have sheets and towels and stuff all go in here, bedding. I'm gonna mount the vacuum cleaner on there, and I reckon that'll do me. All right, up to Teddy's little attic. Whole stairwell, I will completely do as a separate project when I've had a bit of a breather. Here's Ted's attic. So I am really excited about this room because I had the idea to do a floor to ceiling mural across the entire attic space. I've seen it on Pinterest, but 3 different people told me it couldn't be done because you have to have a join somewhere. And I was like, yeah, I get it, but you start at the skirt and you sort of like meet in the middle, but then there's, you know, anyway, I wanted it to be like a jungle palm sort of scene. Anyway, I finally had Sydney wall coverings around and they were like, yeah, of course we can do it. And they worked out how. And then I'm working with Natty and Polly wallpaper and they've made me a custom size of one of their classic palm murals. So I chose the mural and then Sydney wall coverings gave them the dimensions, and then they were able to print me on grass weave the mural but with extra sky. So basically the mural will sort of go to here, and then from here to the center will be like sky. And then same on the other side, and then up this wall will sort of be, you'll get to see the whole thing. I'm really excited because it's really chic, and I wanted Teddy to have a room that was exciting and imaginative, but I also wanted it to age with him, or if he decides he wants to be downstairs with us later on, like say the office, this could become my office. So I was trying to sort of make it work for lots of different scenarios, and I think we're gonna pull it off. Also doing another set of blinds up here with Land Home. They're launching a new thing where you can customize your stripe. So how cool is this? You pick your color, like literally any color and any size, and they print onto their premium fabrics the exact stripe that you need for your room. Because you know when you're like, oh, it needs a stripe, but the stripe's not always a stripe. It's not always a stripe, you know? So we are doing like a color that sort of ties in with the carpet. Again, the sisal looks amazing up here. It's softened the whole space. There's just engineered sort of cheap floorboards under here. So this has made it feel warm and toasty and cozy. And yeah, I'm really pumped to see this whole room come together. We took all the plantation shutters, everything off these windows so that you could see the trims, and I think it looks really nice. And also district views. And that is kind of it. That's kind of where we are now in this renovation. There is a lot more to do, but as you can see, we're sort of like, we've done a lot of the really big things. And then I think the really fun, pretty last bits all kind of rush in at the end. The bedrooms have been my priority and the bathrooms, so we can move in. And then the kitchen and all the styling and the office and things and the outside, I will get to in stages, but just trying to make these bedrooms beautiful havens, lovely places to be, so me and the kids and the doggo can move in and start living our life in the cottage. But thanks for following along. Let me know what you want to see, what process of things you want to see, any details you might need. I'm kind of new here. I'm more of an Instagram girl. You can go follow me there, but do let me know what you want from this. More walkthroughs, more chats, or more specific details, and we'll get that done for you. Thank you for coming along. So fun.